Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live, Faction Wars, Frozen Jungle. We got SLY, we got VOX tonight. This is one that you should have marked on your calendar because this is a good one. We've had VOX in second place most of the year, and I'm going to tell you, tonight they're playing a team that is on fire. SLY has actually been crushing it lately, and we're going to find out if Father Ron and company are up for the challenge, because SLY is storming in. So we'll take a quick look at the standings tonight, show you guys what's going on, and kind of analyze it a little bit, because we've got ARC 7-1, we got VOX at 4-5, and we've got SLY at 3-4. And as I said, they've been running wild lately. We got Jet getting back in the league finally too. Now they got their lineups and everything. And the big question is, with the Kills Cup not too far in the distant future, who is going to get that? And I'm not saying that first place out of the question for the seedings, but second place is really, really in play by 3 teams tonight. And you can see we've got the schedule up for the next few weeks, and then we'll analyze this, and I'll give you guys the date for the Kills Cup, and also the Max Awards will be coming up. So it's looking like that is going to come up in the month of June, Kills Cup and Max Awards. So not too far away. You can see next week we got SLY at ARC. So SLY, back-to-back road games. They got to make up some of these games. Then we got Jet and ARC, and then we got VOX and Jet. And then in June we got SLY and Jet, and we got ARC and SLY. So you can see the next 5 matches that we have in store for everybody. And Faction Wars is just a lot of fun. With Faction Wars, the neat thing is there's always a different combination. The strategies are always different. And I'm anxious to see how people are going to play. I know you guys, you can look at the mistakes and the good plays and all those things. I don't look at that as much as what your strategy is. So I'm super, super excited about that. All right, so here we go. I am going to, we're going to roll. It is sliver sacrifice time. Now, well, before we get to that, you guys tell me in chat right now, what is going down next Monday? First time we've ever done this, next Monday night. Farm Fight League. Farm Fight League starts out. So, give me a 999 in chat if you've practiced to get ready for next Monday night, or you just, kind of getting there, you're going to wing it when you got a head-to-head matchup. Give me a 999 if you practiced some Farm Fights games. And if you don't know what that is, go to playdeadlive.com. Right on the main screen, scroll down, and you can see one of those banners takes you to hyperlink directly to our Farm Zombie fighting game. Julie's like, I will. That doesn't mean you have. I will is not the same thing as I have. But, yeah, you better. You only got a few more days to get ready for Farm Fights. And, think about it. You wait all month long to play one match against one person. That's going to be crazy. You don't think that's going to be high pressure? It's like, yeah, I got it. Oh, man, I died after I took 3 steps. I just went a little. I think it's going to be super, it's going to be wild. All right. Now, everybody, I'm going to give away 50 kills tokens if you can successfully tell me. That's enough for a fishing event. 50 kills tokens if you can successfully tell me what the grenade on the sliver sacrifice is going to be. In fact, that's enough for your Farm Fights game next Monday night, and then some. It's only 20 tokens per game. I'm going to pay for somebody to do 2 months worth of Farm Fights. It's crazy. All right, but you only got 10 more seconds to get your guess in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Once I spin it, you're too late. Let's see what it is. It is a snowstorm. Did anybody guess snowstorm? Oh, look at Ron. Ron, congratulations. You You got it right. All right, Ron, tell us what time it is real quick. We got 5 minutes, so you got to tell us what time is it. Because we got a box event coming up in a couple weeks. It's roll time, baby. Here we go. All right, now everybody pick that number from 1 to 20. 1 to 20. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Number 17. No 17s, huh? All right, let's roll it again. Number 8. Nope, and Crimson's not here. Number 6. There you go, Dr. Dye. Get that free pack, Dr. Dye. Congratulations. Wow. VOX is winning tonight. Y'all better not stop trying to win after you get the free stuff, because y'all got a game to play. I wonder if the luck's going to carry over, or Dives and Bones going to be like, nope, the luck stops here. We'll see. All right, here we go. Let's make some noise, everybody. 999s in chat, because we got a really, really good war bundle for you guys. If you guys want it lit up, you better give me some 999. I was going to do something special tonight. All right, there we go. All right, silver bundle up top. We got Elixir Extreme, Steel, triple dimes, because we got a box event coming up. Ghost Smoke by request. 5 post-battle pet revives. Graphene, Carbine, 1 of each of your waxes. Take you down to the red zone. We got Rage Potion and Rage 2 and Rage 3, Frantic 5, Savage 6, Mag 7. And that's right, we are going to do a double bottom bonus. I know everybody's looking like, well, what's in the bottom row? That's 2 Super 8s, 2 Hostile 9s, 2 Terror 10, 1 Choke Smoke. But hold on, we got more double bottoms coming up in a second. That's 2 Brutal Blue, 2 Rugged, 2 Brutal Red, 2 Arson, 2 Gold Skins, 2 Onyx Skins, 2 Platinum Skins. Go over to the green. Energy Orb, Arrowhead Orbs are back. Combat Orbs, Decay Smoke, 1 Gold Spark, 1 Megacosm, and look down at the bottom. 2 Blue Sparks, 2 Super Thrill, 2 Resin Restore, because you guys need to Resin Restore. Take you up top, I'm going to give you 2 Standard Ammos. And then we got Mythic Summon Skins, Immortal Summon Skins, 1 Maximon. And look at that Skeleton King wearing the brand new crown. H28, D20, B20, AP18, and the highest mass destruction ever. Mass Destruction 8. There you go. You guys earned it with all those 9s. Kel, let us know who picked up tonight's Epic War Bundle, because it's pretty good. Brand new gear and an amazing setup for you guys. And we are going to start on time. I have to tell you, tonight, as we're getting closer and closer to the Kills Cup, Captains, Dimes, and Ron, I'm going to read it once. And then if I get to the second one, it automatically hits. You need to be on point tonight. And you can see tonight's Epic War Bundle. We got Ron, Dimes, Villar, Busy, Cat, Football, Dow, Crimson, Dr. Dye, Bones, Pope, Lexicon, Trigger, Animal, Gemstone, Fly Rod, Julia, Nightshade, and Kel. Give me your pre-match buffs if you are Bones, Dimes, Tiny, Ocean Man, VOX, Cat, Father Ron, and Dr. Dye pre-match buffs. Please, we're going to start exactly at 8:30. The order is, I'm going to take you down while they're putting those buffs into the VOX home field. And we've got, going first, Dr. Dye in the tank zone, followed by Tiny in the bomber zone. Tiny's followed by Father Ron. Father Ron is in the bomber zone. Siege, Captain, and Sniper. Father Ron followed by Bones. Bones is in the tank zone, trying to get that jack of all trades maybe. Remember that for the Max Awards. Bones followed by VOX Zombie in the DZ. Vox Zombie followed by Deadly Dimes in the Rover Zone, who is the Siege, Captain, and Sniper. Dimes followed by Cat. Cat is in the Rover Zone, and Cat followed by Ocean Man. It is exactly 8:30. So, Dr. Dye, you chose to go first. Give me 1 second. 1 second, everybody. Before we start, I got to move a couple icons up. It's going to make it much, much faster, and this is just a couple things for me just to speed the game up a little bit. This will be scorecards and a few things. I just got to get to the top of the map. Sorry about that. We'll take less than 30 seconds. One of those things is, of course, the timer. Get your sentry guns up there. All right. Dr. Dye, you are now up. 20-second timer starts right now. Thanks, everybody, for being patient with that startup. Dr. Dye easily beats the timer. Dr. Dye is going to go to the temple. Boston Main Street, Negation Wand, Slush Wand, Steel and Thrill, M7 Snowstorm to the wall, break stuff, and sacrifice a snowstorm. Dime says wait. We'll go ahead and get the things that we know are going to go through. Her Balls to Main Street's going to be played in 1. We'll cap in 3. They're going to go 4 times the halt. Negation Wand to get rid of that Slush Wand. So air wands are out of play. All right, Temple Steps, Boston Main Street, Negation Wand, Seal and Thrill, Snowstorm. Wow, I got some weird translation. So on my screen, it shows up for you guys as Insomnia. Under me, it says Madness. And under Emo Sonar, it says, yes, I will sound. Come on, stop giving me like Chinese translations. This is crazy. I'm going to screenshot that for you guys later. That is nuts. Doesn't do it on everything, just does it on some of the words. Like gradually creeping in. All right, let me get this Seal and Thrill. All right, Dr. Dye. M7. 4 halts. Insomnia. Gonna make it a 0. And then she's taking that M7 down to no snowstorm to the wall. She does play break stuff. %5 to every block. Will that help? And Immortal Sonar. All right. She does get credit for a throw grenade or a hit grenade. Actually did both on this one, but it is a throw. And Doc, bad news. 4 halts. Insomnia gets rid of, but wait a minute. But she did have the Thrill. Makes it an S1 Snowstorm. But, wow. Dimes played it pretty well. 70% of a black block. 70%. You got 30 black remaining. So not quite a black block. Let's go over to Tiny. Tiny, 20-second timer. It's almost like a free prevention. So no snowstorm effect because it didn't get rid of the black block. Tiny going to disable Cyborg. We got you, Tiny. Tiny is disabling the Cyborg. We'll see Tiny in round 3. All right, Father Ron, you're up. 20-second timer, Ron. Who's going to go? Who is it going to be? Because you know it's going to be somebody. Oh, Ron mixing it up a little bit. Ron heading over to the Forge. Interesting, Ron. All right, we'll see Ron in round 3. Bones, you're up. 20-second timer. Like the strategy so far. All right, Bones says, I got to move. Bones is going to get in the tank. Let's give Bones a cannonball. Bones with a cannonball. We got points. Go to Temple Steps. Going to play Monolith. All right, Monolith's going to give you 1, 2, and 3. Max Awards, I told you guys, it's going to be one of the most hated items in the game. Going to drop a seal. Ron says wait. Thank you guys for being fast. Going to play Boss to the side chest. So Bones playing Boss in 1. We'll cap in 3. Going to play Duplex. Sacrifice a Snowstorm. And Ron going to red-blue the M7 Snowstorm. All right, red-blue, and that will break Bones' gear absorption. First blue of the game. Each team has a throw grenade. So tank, steps, monolith, boss, seal, duplex, sacrifice, and all have been given, and she did it within the timer. All right, Ron. Zombie, well, there's nothing for you to disable, so it's pretty much going to be attack. But go ahead and type the word attack for your zombie. So Father Ron is going to play boss in round 1. So boss in 1 will cap in 3. And zombie is going to take down 2 blocks. So black block and a green block for Team Box. All right, Deadly Dimes, you are up. Dimes, 20 seconds. We have Dimes, Cat, and Ocean Man. Easily beats the timer. Dimes going to jump into Range Rover. Let's give Dimes a tire. She's going to move down to her DZ. Going to ease on down the road there. So movement is good. All right, I'm going to read it all the way through. Range Rover, move to their DZ. Guard, Immortal Grendel, and Needle to the haystack. Drop a seal, H7 Snowstorm, sacrifice, and duplex. Ron says wait. All right, so let's play Immortal Grendel. And also Dime's going to play a Needle to the haystack. So Dime's playing Needle in 1 with cap in 2. Give her to seal. And throw in a snowstorm. All right, going to play 3 halts. However, you can only play 2 halts because Ron is at the forge. So Doc and Cat both play halt. Ron cannot. So that is going to be the equivalent of a S5 snowstorm to the wall. Dimes with a black block and 25% of a green block, so 75 green remaining. And snowstorm is going to freeze block number 10, the final block. All right, so Ron, down here on this red block at the very end, it is frozen. All right, let's go to Cat. 20-second timer, Cat. Cat's going to get into Rover. Move to their DZ. Mythic Grendel to the haystack. Seal, absorption, sweet tea to the temple flame, sacrifice a snowstorm, and duplex. I've read it once. All right, get into Rover and move to their DZ. Now, I'm going to do one thing, Cat. And Ron, keep in mind, your zombie is not in the DC. So I'm going to ask Cat again if you want to move to their DZ or your DZ. And I'm not trying to coach you, but when your zombie attacks the wall, it does leave the DZ zone. So first turn is a wall attack. Then it goes to the straw man, the no zone, watchtower, etc. So, Cat, your DZ or their DZ? I'm only asking because I got to move the zombie out. All right. She's going to stay in her DZ. She did that assuming the zombie was going to stay there because I didn't move it. Okay. All right, so let's give Cat a tire. Just want to be fair. All right, and SLY has 2 throw grenades so far. All right, Cat getting into Rover, moving to her DZ. Mythic Grendel to the haystack. Seal and absorption. All right, let's get a Mythic Grin. Sweet tea to the temple and sacrifice a snowstorm. Going to put out that flame. And the sweet tea. Going to give him some points. All right, let's go to Ocean Man. Final move of round number 1, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Ocean Man going to DZ portal. Over to Cat's side of town. Going to play Cronin. Colossal Kang to the ball. Seal Absorption. Sweet Tea to the temple. And Sacrifice Snowstorm to the sliver. I've read it once. All right. DZ portal. He morbs. What class are you morbing into, Ray? I need to know your second class. Cronin is an auto hit. So they'll get the benefit of that next round. Colossal Kang. Could be worth 73. Seal and Absorption. Put out that flame and give them points as well. All right, Ocean Man's going to be a priest and a tank. So he moves to the portal, Morb, Cronin, Kang, Seal Absorption, Sweet Tea, Sacrifice, and at the end of the round, we've got Dr. Die in the temple. Bones in the temple with a tank. Got a blessing for each team. Let's give a halo to Dimes. Let's give a halo to Cat. Let's give a halo to Ocean Man. We're also going to light one Straw Man. Because there is a DZ advantage for Team SLY, 25-0. Slivers, 25-25. Each sliver is going to lose one of the blessings for each team. All right, let's go to round number 2. Doc, you're up, 20 seconds. Doc easily beats the timer. Oh, Doc says, Bones, I don't need a tank because I'll take yours. Ouch. Wow, she's wrong for that, for sure. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Pet Repel. Spade to the wall and Duplex. All right. It hits. Bones, give him that shiny new tank that you have. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Be worth 73 if it caps. And that is going to be a S6, 7, 8, 9 because she's rocking that +3 from Bones' tank. So S9 Spade Grenade, going to deal some damage. Green block. Blue block. And 20% of a blue block. 80 blue remaining. Nice hit by the doctor. All right. Let's go to Tiny. We skip Tiny. Let's go to Ron. We skip Ron. Let's go to Bones, who's on foot. Bones, 20 seconds. Bone's going to throw a rock at Doc to get her tank back. Bones beats the timer. Red needle to the haystack, pet repel, S6 spade, and going to use the sliver ability, which is duplexed. So that's going to give her a sliver 12. All right, red needle to the haystack. That is going to get rid of Cat's Mythic Grendel. So Dimes has the only Grendel that's up there. So red needle dies. Pet repel is good. S6 spade to the wall and sliver ability. Ron says it hits. So S6 spade. $75 green is gone. And 60% green is gone. 40 green remaining. All right, Ron. Zombie VOX. Now, spade grenade is a hit grenade, so we get that. And the other one was a hit as well, or a throw, but it turned into a hit. So we've got SLY with a hit and VOX with 2 throws. So Zombie going to attack. That means we get 2 watchtowers. We got to roll. So Ron, pick a number, or pick odd or even for us. Ron, pick an odd. It is even. All right, so the first one does not hit. It gets rid of the monolith. Second one does hit. So 1 monolith gone, so it already does its job. Second watchtower is lit up. And Zombie plays a needle, which gets rid of Dimes' Grendel. So no Grendels on the board. So I think the Zombie still did its job. Got rid of a monolith, got rid of a needle, and still scored you a little bit of points. What's a Zombie to do, right? All right, before Dimes' turn, Dimes needle's going to cap as a 100-point needle. And Dimes, 20-second timer. She's going to move to her bomber zone. Colossal Kang to the boss. Pet repel. S6 spade to the wall. And sliver ability. Because a rover's got to rove, Dimes. All right, movement is good. Colossal Kang to the boss with pet repel. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. S6 spade to the wall and sliver ability. It is duplexed. So add 12 to that sliver. And we'll take out 40% of a green block. And full blue block. SLY with a slight wall lead. Sorry, SLY with a slight wall deficit. VOX has 20% of that one down. So walls are almost even. All right, let's go over to Cat. Cat, you're up. 20-second timer. And that did hit. Another hit grenade for Team SLY. Beats a timer. We got, oh, by the way, zombies do hit the wall. So we've got any zombie that attacks the wall does get a hit grenade. So that would have been a throw, but they got the hit. So it should be 4-3 because of the zombie attack on the wall in round number 1. All right, needle to the haystack. Pet repel, M7 spade to the wall, and sliver ability. Cat going to play needle in 2 with cap in 3. Pet repel. M7 spade and sliver, which is duplexed as well. Dime says wait. What are we waiting on, Dimes? All right, more prevention, so this will not be a hit grenade. All right, so Ocean Man using a Morb tank prevention. Got it. All right. Speaking of Ocean Man, we are going to Ocean Man's turn in round number 2. 20-second timer. Timer is up. Need to find Ocean Man, Team SLY. There he is. All right. He did beat the nerf timer. No worries. Ocean Man going to DZ portal back to his own side of town. Gold Grindle to the haystack. Pet repel. Get a gold Grindle out there for Ocean Man. Ron says it hits. And playing a Rage Milo to the Watchtower. Points for the Milo and the Watchtower. And that is the end of round number 2. At the end of round number 2, we got Blessing for Bones. Blessing for Doc. Give a halo to Ocean Man. Give a halo to Cat. DZ 0-0. Strawman stays 5-0. Slivers 49 for SLY. 37 for VOX. Going to remove a sliver blessing from each team. All right. Before round number 3, we're going to cap 73-point Kang, for VOX. And also, Ray's last hit did fill all 3 of the hit cycles. So SLY's fully activated. That Milo did it. So Dr. Dye capping the first boss. And a Kang. And Doc, you got a 20-second timer. All players will be back in the field of play this time. Timer's up. Barely beat the timer, just as I was saying it. Doc is going to go to Immortal Grendel, Dust to Bones, F5 Unforgiven with Duplex. Emo Grin. A little bit of dust there to nerf Bones. F5 Unforgiven with Duplex ability. %, but she's in a tank, so let's make it a S8 Unforgiven. Taking down a blue block and the rest of the blue block and a fresh blue block. VOX is down in the red zone, thanks to Dr. Dye. Tiny has now disabled VOX's Cyborg, so no Cyborg for them. Tiny, 20-second timer. I like the Cyborg Main Street combo, by the way. Dimes has been up in the lab. Tiny Temple Steps. Burnous to the wall. Dark Boss to Main Street. Dragon Smoke to Castle. Tiny playing Dark Boss in 3 with cap in 5. R12 Unforgiven to the wall. Sacrifice a Snowstorm and Sliver ability. Ron says wait. I'm going to sacrifice the Snowstorm. All right, Dragon Smoke to the Castle. They're almost ignited. Ron going to play an Immortal Blue to Tiny. Immortal Blue is going to hit Tiny for 40% of his health, take him down to 60. So Temple Steps, Burnous, Dark Boss, Dragon Smoke. R12 is shut down by Ron. Sacrifice a Sliver and the Sliver ability. And Tiny taking some heat. Going to max absorb. So Tiny going to stay at 100%. All right, Ron, before your turn. And by the way, Tiny got Dynamite Julia, for the forge. Or for the disabling the cyborg. Ron, before his turn. 2 red blocks. Going to put out a straw man and light a straw man. And Ron, pick odd or even. Ron, pick an odd. It is odd. All right, Ron, pick odd or even again. You beat the first monolith, but the second watchtower, and this is the final monolith. Even. It is even. Ron, getting back-to-back successes there. Gets rid of both the additional charges of the monolith, and the monolith is gone forever. Until the next game. So Ron with 2 blocks, 2 watchtowers, and 2 straw men. But it lights 1. Diane, I don't see an oops. I don't see anything, actually. All right, Ron. Okay, good. It didn't show up then. Ron, now we're at your move, and you got a 20-second timer. All right. Beats the timer. Ron going to wholly avenge their wall. Which you're going to get rid of Bernus. Curtis to his wall. Drop a seal. Move to the sniper zone. S6 fade to the wall. Duplex and sacrifice a snowstorm. All right. Good choice by Tammy to let it hit. And you'll see why. So we'll move Ron up. Duplex and snowstorm. Oh, I already gave Ron the, sorry, I already gave him the snowstorm. Can't give it to you twice. I had to double check it. All right. Movement's good. Duplex is good. Sacrifice, snowstorm, good. The block is frozen. And the last block is frozen. So Curtis does hit that red block. And then the spade grenade obliterates the next one. So now you still have a frozen block. Had that been on the other one, Curtis would have broke it, but that block is frozen still. So good call by Dimes. Tough break for Father Ron. All right, let's go over to Bones. Bones, before your turn, we're going to cap 146 points in Kangs. Going to cap your boss. And 20-second timer. Bones beats the timer. All right, so Bones going to play Colossal Kang to Main Street, Fear Doc, and Dracarys to the tower with Mass Destruction. Colossal Kang could be worth 73 more. Ron says wait. So we got a Fear Smoke and a Dracarys. Cat going to prevent the Dracarys. Dr. Dye going to be feared out of the temple and loses her tank. Ron did get a Spade Grenade hit last turn. So they have 2 throws and 2 hits. Kang's good. Fear is good. Dracarys is stopped. And Mass Destruction for Bones. All right, Ron. VOX Zombie. You may play Scoring Pets. And you are going to attack the Straw Man. So would you like to play a Scoring Pet? Can't play a Kang on because you don't have a target. Your boss caps. So at the start of the turn, your boss caps, so there's no available target for a Kang. I'll let you think on it. All right, I'm going to light 2 straw men while you let me know. So we're going to light straw man number 3 and straw man number 2 and straw man number 3. All right, he's going to play Gold Orbital. On the wall. 19 if it caps. All right, Deadly Dimes in the Bomber Zone. 20-second timer Dimes. Dimes Cat and Ocean Man. Timer's up. Beat the timer just in time. Gonna move to her tank zone. Wicked Boss. Now, there is no other boss in play, so Wicked Boss is just a regular boss. Played in 3, will cap in 5. Thrill to Gamut, to Grindle, and Dr. Die. And going to play Break Stuff. Movement's good. Wicked Boss is good. That's a S9 Gamut. Will kill Doc's Emo Grindle. Will also break Dr. Die's seal. Before Cat's turn, we're going to cap Cat's Needle. Needles are now 1-to-1. And Cat, you got a 20-second timer. Beats a timer. Cat going to play Voyage. Snowplow Bones. Give Cat a Wave Award. Boss to the side chest. Max Seal to Dr. Die. Unforgiven to the wall. And Void on Ocean Man. Which is going to double his inventory. So rest of the game, Ocean Man's inventory will be, or actually, sorry. On his next move, his inventory will be doubled, and Cat will get a bonus for each one. All right, going to play Dolly. So Cyborg Dolly. Is going to get rid of Cat's Wave Award. Cat, you get to play one pet. Going to play the boss. All right. No Voyage. No Max Seal. No Unforgiven. No Void. Just going to play boss to the side chest. In 3. With cap in 5. Ocean Man, last move before halftime. 20-second timer. Timer is up. Did beat the Nerf timer. Needle to the Haystack, Gold Spark to Ron, and E2 Milo to the Watchtower. Ocean Man playing Needle in 3. Cap in 4. Gold Spark to Ron. And E2 Milo to the Watchtower, Light Watchtower number 2. It is halftime. Captains, give me your subs. We've got Bones with a third blessing. VOX. 15 in Strawman. SLY 0. DZ 0-0. Sliver 37 for VOX. 55 for SLY. Remove a blessing from each team. Ocean Man with a third halo. Cat with third halo. Bones going to play Elevation 1 on Ocean Man, so he keeps his buffs. Cat's going to lose both of her buffs. She will keep her absorption. The Disciple, ladies and gentlemen. Father Ron's alt making his debut tonight. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. In the ozone. We've got Animal for Tiny, Football in the Ozone. All right, let's get everybody situated. Dust Smoke goes away for Bones. Dimes loses to Rover. All right, let's check the lineups. It's going to be Dr. Die, then Animal, then Ron, then Bones, Zombie Vox, Dimes, Cat, Ocean Man, The Disciple, and Football. Where did it go? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know where it went. All right. Yeah, I know it was played. I just don't know where it went. All right. Let's go. We're starting round number 4. Dr. Dye, let's get us going. 20-second timer, Doc. Beats the timer. Doc getting in the tank. Getting a cannonball for the doctor. Go to the temple and Talon Ron to the temple. Oh my. The double temple play. Heal and seal. S8 Oracle to the wall with sliver ability. All right, read it once. Get into the tank is good. Go to the temple, Talon Ron, heal and seal, S8 Oracle to the wall, and sliver ability, and it hits. It's a little late there. All right, Oracle hits and breaks the seal, does no damage. Because that block is still frozen. And since it did not finish a target, it has no effect. That red block is giving VOX some headaches. They're trying, though. All right, Animal. You're up. 20-second timer. Needle to the haystack, seal and thrill, M7 Dracarys, sacrifice a snowstorm, and duplex. So you got Ray has a Grendel, Ray has a needle, and now Animal has a needle in 5. We'll cap in 6. Sorry, 4. We'll cap in 5. Ron going to play a prevention. Let's get the sliver sacrifice for the Animal. Needle's good, seal and thrill's good, Dracarys is stopped, duplex is good, and the sacrifice. All done within the timer. Father Ron, you are up from the temple. 20-second timer. Ron, Bones, Zombie, and Dimes. Ron going to play Colossal Wicked Kang. Going to bounce that Kang back. And that is Bones. That Kang went back to your hand. E1 Milo to the Watchtower. And Sliver ability. Oof. Yeah, there's a target. You got to oof. Ron was quick. Colossal Kang bounces back. Pet Repel. E1 Milo. It is a hit grenade. So tower fully activated. Also going to light Watchtower number 4. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. All right, Colossal Kang bounces back to Bones' hand. Pet Repel, Milo, and Sliver ability. Pump that Sliver up to 55. Bones, you're up. 20-second timer, Bones. Beats the timer. Kruger to the Watchtower. Dust the Disciple. Ah, finally. Target him already, Ron. Grizzly to the wall. Hush Cat. And Avalanche Wand. No Temple Blessings this round. Bones like, if I ain't getting them, y'all ain't getting them either. Ice Wands are out of play. Discipline, playing the Dynamo. All right, Kruger misses. Or the Disciple, Ron, not Discipline. Come on, Ron. It's your name. You got me saying it wrong. Disciple plays Dynamo. Watchtower disappears. Kruger can't target it. Dusk. Hush the Cat. So Cat, no gear ability next turn. And looks like the Grizzly to the wall is going to hit. Now we are going to move Bones up to the no zone. Not the Temple Stairs, but the no zone. All right, let's check the damage on this wall. Went Grizzly with the S8. Blue block. %75 of a blue block, 25 blue remaining after mass destruction. So 25 blue on one side, 1 red block over on the other side. VOX was still substantial wall lead. Ron, wall 4. I'm sorry, move 4. Your zombie can play a scoring pet and will also take out 2 blocks. So zombie VOX with a gold bar. Congratulations. They get the points from the orbital. Rebuild it. And take out a black block. On wall 2. And playing a Kang. Now it is a 55-point Kang, but it is still a Kang. Deadly Dimes. You're up. 20-second timer, Dimes. Dimes Cat, Ocean Man, Disciple, and Football. Zombie with a gold bar. Timer's up. Dimes did not beat the timer. Did beat the nerf timer. She's going to move to her rover zone. So she's going to stay where she's at. Gold spark to Ron. Again. F5 Dracarys to the castle. And MD6. Ron says, wait. Movement's good. Gold spark's good. We got a Kruger and a Dracarys with mass destruction. in typical Ron fashion, Disciple destroying the grenade with a prevention. There you go. All right. Y'all thought one priest was bad enough. Now Ron has 2. All right. Dimes, your grenade got destroyed. Kruger, however, does take out number 4. So what we're going to do is go backwards here, and we're going to light 3 up. All right, so it's 3-2. All right, Cat, you're up. This will always be known as the match where the Disciple destroyed Tammy's Dracarys. Beats the timer. Cat going to move to her DZ. Guess you can have your absorption back since it was already there. Colossal Kang to the boss with a heal and seal. Colossal Kang for Cat adds potential 73. VOX making their move. Milo to the Watchtower. Movement's good. Colossal Kang is good. Heal and seal is good. F5 Milo to the Watchtower. Hits. Before Ocean Man's turn, going to cap his needle. Second needle of the game for Team SLY. Needles are now 2-1. Ocean Man, 20 seconds. Ocean Man, the Disciple, and football. Timer is up. Beats the timer. As I was saying it, his move posted. Kruger, Gold Spark Disciple. Oh man, they're Gold Sparking both of Ron's characters. How you like me now? And E3 Milo to the Watchtower. I've read it once. Kruger, Gold Spark, and E3 Milo to the Watchtower. It hits. So let's do this again. We'll go backwards in time. And we'll go from 4 back to 3. And Watchtowers are now 3-3. And let's shrink the Disciple. So now dusted and shrunken for his next move. Some craziness going on here. All right, Father Ron. 20-second timer starts now. Disciples inventory will come from another designated player who's not here tonight. Remember, we have our core players. If players can't make it, that inventory is deducted from that player. So Disciple beats the timer easily. Grendel. Seal. F5 Unforgiven to the wall. Sacrifice a Snowstorm. And Void to football. Going to double his inventory next round. Ouch. I know what that's about. Smart move. Regular Grendel. So we got Ocean Man with a Grendel, Disciple with a Grendel, and Animal with a Needle. F5 Unforgiven. Sacrifice a Snowstorm. Grendel, Seal, F5 Unforgiven, Sacrifice Snowstorm, and Void. Double the inventory to football. Dime's playing an Emo Blue, which is the first one, and Ron uses Max Absorb to buffer the damage. All right, football. Whatever you're going to play, it's going to cost you double. 20-second timer. Timer is up. Barely beats the timer. Guess football did not want to pay double Dracarys tonight. I mean, y'all thought Void was like an inventory heist. It was not. It was meant to put pressure in these type of situations to make you think. And that's a lot of stuff he's playing, so Ron's going to get a huge buff. All this is double. So football, we got Needle to the Haystack, a Seal, M7 Unforgiven, Sacrifice a Snowstorm, and Duplex. That's going to be 2 Snowstorms, inventory team. That's going to be 2 Unforgivens, 2 Seals, and that's going to be 1, 2, 2 M7s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 80% buff to the Disciple. All right, start out with the Needle. Football playing Needle. In 4, cap in 5. Playing a Seal. M7 Unforgiven and Sacrifice a Snowstorm. 2 Snowstorms. And Duplex. All right, and we're use 2 Immortal Sonars. That's 60% nerf. S3. Carnage. Or Cataclysm after Mass Destruction S3 Carnage. 25 blue remaining. We take out the blue block and we take out 40% of a red block. 60% red remaining. All right, and that is the end of round number 4. At the end of round number 4, there will be no blessings dispersed because of the wand. DZ, we got Ocean Man getting a 4th. Cat getting a 4th. VOX, 15 points. Strawman. VOX, 55. SLY, 55. In slivers. Remove a blessing from each team. Dimes in the rover zone. Yes, it actually should have. So scratch that. Football's needle was devoured. All right, so that's gone. And Disciples Grendel is gone. Good challenge. Dimes played Renegade at the end of the round, so that'll get rid of that damaged red block. So they're down to 3. All right, we've got no temple blessings. Slivers have been added. Needles and Kangs. That is the end of round number 4. Let's kick off round number 5. Doc, 20-second timer starts right now. Both teams have sentry guns lit up. Sentry guns are in play for round number 5. Doc beats the timer. Skull to Animal, Vines to Animal. F4 Spade to the wall from Blind Date with MD6. All right. Dime says wait. So we got Vines and a Scold, a Spade, and an MD6. All right, Vine's going to get rid of his seal. Also going to take Animal down to 90%. Scold is going to give Dr. Die an absorption. But since it does not hit, they do not light a watchtower. And the F4 Spade, because she's in a tank, is a S7 Spade. Diana throwing the heat. Wall's a little bit stronger. But we get a green block. A green block. And 15% of a blue block. 85 blue remaining. Before Animal's turn. We're going to cap Animal's needle. That's 100 more points for Animal. Third needle for Team SLY. And 20-second timer Animal. Ron playing Chromica. Animal beats the timer. Mythic Kang. Side chest boss, seal, S8 Dracaris, and sliver ability. And he is duplexed. Kick the sliver up to 67. Kang to the side chest. Could be worth 63 if it caps. Ron says wait. Kang is good. Seal is good. Sliverbilly is good. And zombie prevention for the Dracarys. So Animal's Grenade is shut down. All right, let's go over 2. One second. Who's boss? Oh, it's Cat's boss. Okay, just want to check. Ron, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Ron going Mythic Gideon, E2 Milo to the wall, and Void to Bones. All right, read it once. Mythic Gideon is a -28 for SLY. E2 Milo and Void to Bones. And it hits. It is a quicker move. Milo is going to light Watchtower, number 4. Again. Bones playing Chromica. That is 4 dragons by Team SLY. They have 1 dragon play remaining. Bones, you're up. 20-second timer. Tiny's boss on Main Street capped, by the way. So we'll remove that. All right. She does beat the timer. The Tiny's boss had capped. That makes flag should be 2-2. Colossal Gideon. Tormented Doc. H9 Grizzly. And Bone's going to play Zenith. Which add extra 15 points to that Colossal Gideon. To make it a -53. We're going to go Immortal Blue from Cat. Final blue of the game for Team VOX. That would have hit Bones and got rid of her seal, but she's going to play Max Absorb to keep her seal. So Colossal Gideon's good. Torment is good. The Grizzly does not hit the wall. And a Max Absorption. Ron, we're in round 5, which means zombie rules apply. So you can either light 2 towers or get rid of 2 wall blocks. 2 towers or 2 blocks. Ron going to go with 2 towers. And he has played both his gold pets. Actually, rounds 3 to 6. He played an orbital and a Kang. All right. All right. After tonight, Zombies will have a gold Kang, gold Gideon, and gold orbital. Put that in your notes. Gold Kang, gold orbital, and gold Gideon. All right, let's light up 2 zombie tower or 2 watchtowers. Total of 6 to 3. Before Dimes' turn, we're going to cap 63-point Kang. And flag number 3. Dimes, 20-second timer. Dimes Cat, Ocean Man, Disciple, and Football. Timer's up. Did not beat the timer. Did beat the nerf timer. Dimes going to move to the ozone. Going to play Crumble. Warrior and Rage. Super Thrill. Napoleon. H9 Unforgiven, and Void Ron. All right. Now, who are you playing Crumble on? If you play it on an unplayed person, they cannot play a scoring pet next turn. If you play it on one, they can still, but they can be prevented. So which Kang? Cat, Ron, and Zombie all have Kangs on the board. Or if you want to play Kang on an unplayed player, they won't be able to play a scoring pet on their next turn. Either one on the board or one not on the board. All right, Ron, your Kang, your Wicked Kang comes off the board. I think I just froze OBS. Give me a second. Can you guys still hear me okay on the broadcast? All right, give me a second. Let me see if I can get the screen back functioning. All right, we may need to reboot. Give me a second. All right, everybody. The good news is we have the map up and operational. The bad news is the entire map has been reset. That is scores, that is movements, that is characters, all of the above. As you can see, the map is completely back at the beginning of where we started it. So we're going to take a vote, not knowing where each team stands. We're going to close out the game at this point, and whoever has the highest score, it's going to be really close. Captains, are we okay with closing it out, pulling up exactly where we left it? It may be a coin flip. That's how close I think the game is. I need to know. I don't want to do calculation. If not, we're going to have to replay the game. So, captains, I'm going to give you the choice. Ron and Dimes. We calculate up to this moment, or we replay the game. Your choice. I'm good either way. If either captain says no, we're going to replay the game. Did we lose Ron? Dr. Dye. If we don't have Ron, I'll let you make the call. Ron, we're not at that point. We're not at a cap. We're going to close the game at the last scored round that we have. Scores that got designated. All right. Then that's what we're going to do. I'll calculate You guys hang out for a few minutes. I have no idea what the score is going to be. I got to look up the walls. I got to look up the bonuses. Ray says, let's call it. Otherwise, if we didn't agree with this, we were just going to have to scrap it and start over from scratch. But it's going to be a close game. All right. You guys hang out. Who knows? I have no idea. But I'll pull it up and we'll find out where we stand. So do never close a window in OBS because, yeah, it's a bad thing. All right. Good game by both teams, but we'll see how it goes. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back, and we do have a winner, and I went ahead and did this a couple ways because obviously, you know, there's different ways of looking at it. I did put you guys on the spot and said we're gonna get through this round. So I took the score from the end of round number 4, and then I also took the score from any pets that would have capped in round number 5. So there could be an argument of, well, Sly had 2 pets that capped, and we were on Cat's turn, and we got a boss, and we got Kang's. So 2 ways to look at it, right? And there's going to be no way to really tell unless we played the whole game, because there was a lot of action that still would have happened. There could have been Dracarys, there could have been walls, there's events on both sides. But I'll give you both scores. So I had 1 score at the end of round number 4 and 1 score in round number 5 with the pets that were outstanding capping. So we take the score at the end of round number 4. VOX with a slight win, 1,487 to 1,332. If we add round 5 and stop with the outstanding pets, both teams capped the same number of flags. Kang's would have capped. Sly gets credit for their 2 additional bosses that capped in round 5. They get the extra needle. Sly did make up some ground, but the final score in the second iteration is VOX 1,904, Sly 1,832. VOX gets the win at the end of round number 4. VOX gets the win in round number 5. And again, if we played out round number 5, a lot could have happened. So it's just unfortunate. And with the map being completely disintegrated, the only thing we could have done is just replayed it from scratch. Both teams, I think, played an excellent game. Both teams did a good job. My apologies for the software issue, but the only thing that I could think of that was fair and reasonable was just to cap it right then and right there. But I think the next time we do this as a rematch, both teams will make a strong case that they had this game won. And I do think there was a path to victory for both teams. So, but good job to both teams playing. And congratulations, VOX. And a hell of a game, Sly. You guys had a... it doesn't matter. We can go with both. I would say let's go with where we're at in round number 5, 1904 to 1832. Sly was starting to cut into the lead. And, you know, like I said, there was a lot that still would have happened for both teams. I think both teams had some more things in their arsenal that they could have pulled out. So, sorry it wasn't an ideal finish. But there's just no way to recreate that map the way it was with all the activity. All right. Thanks, everybody, and appreciate you guys and your solution. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night for Fish Strike. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.